Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Deep Dive.
It's great to be here.
I'm Lex, and as always, I'm joined by the amazing Vera.
Hey, everyone.
We are the team behind Shield Media, your go-to for all things digital marketing.
Especially if you're a business owner or a C-level executive in the healthcare industry out west.
Give us a shout.
We'd love to help you out with your local SEO, PPC, and SMM.
Absolutely, and in this deep dive, we're tackling a topic that is absolutely crucial for you all.
Yeah, maximizing your marketing in this digital age we live in.
It's so important, and we've got this fascinating press release that we're going to dive into.
From Dr. Marketing MD,
Yep.
titled Healthcare Pay-Per-Click PPC. Minimize ad spending costs.
Dated July 13, 2024.
That's right. We're going to break it down and extract all the golden nuggets for you.
So let's get started.
Sounds good.
You know, one of the things that jumps out at me right away is just how many health-related searches are happening online these days.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this press release says almost 90%.
90% of them start
Oh,
from.
that's incredible. It's a massive potential patient pool that healthcare providers can't afford to ignore.
Absolutely. And this press release, really dives into PPC as a powerful tool for tapping into that online audience.
Yeah, for sure.
For those who may not be familiar with PPC, it stands for pay-per-click.
Right.
And it's essentially targeted advertising where you only pay when someone actually clicks on your ad.
Exactly.
But it's not as simple as just throwing money at Google and hoping for the best.
Definitely not. There's a real art to it.
There is.
To crafting successful PPC campaigns, especially in healthcare.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting clicks, it's about getting the right clicks from people who are genuinely interested in your services.
That makes a ton of sense. So how do we make sure that those clicks are coming from the right people? This press release specifically mentions Google Ads.
Yes.
What makes them so effective for healthcare providers?
Google Ads offers incredible targeting capabilities that are really valuable in the healthcare industry because people often search for healthcare providers based on very specific needs and locations. And with Google Ads, you can really zero in on those hyper-local searches.
Okay.
So you're ensuring that your ads are seen by the right people at the exact moment that they're looking for what you offer.
So we're not wasting ad dollars.
Exactly.
We're putting those dollars toward people who are actually looking for the services that we provide.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
The level of precision is really impressive.
It is.
But I imagine it requires, a deep understanding of how to leverage those targeting options.
Oh, sure.
The press release mentions long-tail keywords as a key strategy. Can you unpack that for us a little bit?
Sure. Long-tail keywords are longer and more specific phrases that people actually use in searches.
Okay.
So instead of just searching for doctor, they might search for a holistic dermatologist for acne in Seattle.
Wow. So specific.
I know, right? And these longer phrases really signal a higher level of intent.
So they're ready to purchase.
Yes, exactly. Someone searching for a very specific service in a specific location is much more likely to be a qualified lead.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So it's about quality over quantity.
Yes.
Right? Attracting those clicks that are more likely to convert into actual patients for us.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say someone clicks on that perfectly crafted, keyword-optimized ad.
Yeah.
What happens next?
That's where landing pages come in.
Okay.
They are absolutely crucial for PPC success.
I see.
You need to make sure that the user experience is completely seamless from the ad to the landing page.
Got it.
The message, the branding, the call to action, they should all align perfectly. So if the ad promises same-day appointments,
Yeah.
that landing page better deliver on that promise front and center.
Front and center.
Yes.
And I imagine having a clear call to action is essential here as well.
Oh, for sure.
Like book now or schedule your consultation today.
Exactly. You want to make it crystal clear what you want the visitor to do next. The landing page should really guide them effortlessly towards that desired action, whether it's booking that appointment, downloading a resource, contacting your office.
Perfect. This is all starting to make a lot of sense, but managing these campaigns sounds pretty complex.
It can be.
What are some crucial aspects that healthcare providers need to keep in mind?
Well, the press release really emphasizes careful budget management,
Right.
which I think is incredibly important because PPC costs can add up quickly.
Oh, yeah, especially in a competitive market like healthcare.
Especially,
How do we determine how much we're willing to spend?
you have to figure out how much you're willing to spend per click, and that can vary a lot depending on the keywords you're targeting and how competitive your market is.
So you might pay more for clicks on cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills
Right.
than you would for family doctor in rural Montana.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How do we actually determine those bids and make sure we're getting the most bang for our buck?
Well, there are these amazing automated bidding tools. They can be a game changer. They use these sophisticated algorithms that analyze tons of data and adjust your bids in real time to really maximize your return on investment.
Wow.
So they take out a lot of the guesswork and they can really help you stay ahead of the competition.
Especially for busy healthcare professionals
Yes.
who might not have the time to constantly be monitoring their bids.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. This brings me to another point from the press release, geo-targeting,
Yes.
which seems really important for healthcare just given its inherently local nature.
Oh, absolutely. People want to find doctors that are near them.
Right.
So geo-targeting lets you target your ads to specific geographic locations, and you can really ensure that your ads are being seen by people who are actually in your service area.
I see.
You can even get as granular as zip codes or even neighborhoods.
Wow, that's incredible.
It is.
Imagine being able to target your ads to people searching for, a cardiologist within a specific radius of your clinic.
Yeah.
That's powerful. But let's shift gears a little bit. Are there other options for reaching potential patients online without having to rely solely on paid advertising?
There are.
Okay, good, because this press release mentions some cost-effective alternatives.
Right. We're talking about things like SEO, organic traffic generation, and content marketing.
Those are all great.
They're becoming increasingly important, I think.
They are.
And they often complement paid advertising efforts beautifully.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into those alternatives a little bit.
Okay.
Starting with SEO. I know it stands for search engine optimization.
Yes.
But how does it actually work for healthcare providers?
SEO is all about improving your website's visibility in organic search results.
Yeah.
The listings that appear naturally without you having to pay for them.
Okay.
So it's a long-term strategy that really focuses on making your website appealing to search engines like Google so that they rank it higher for relevant keywords.
So if someone searches for pediatrician in Denver and your website is optimized for that keyword, ideally you'd show up near the top of those search results,
Yes.
even without running any paid ads.
That's the goal.
So how do we achieve that coveted top spot?
Well, it's a multifaceted approach. It involves things like keyword research, content optimization, technical SEO, and building really high-quality backlinks.
Got it. So it's not just about stuffing keywords onto a page anymore.
No, not at all. Google's gotten much more sophisticated than that.
They have.
Their algorithms can tell when content is genuinely helpful and engaging
Right.
versus when someone's just trying to game the system.
People want to read stuff that's interesting and informative,
They do.
not just a jumble of keywords.
Exactly, and Google knows that.
Smart Google.
I know, right? They are going to reward the websites that provide a great user experience.
This press release also mentioned backlinks as a factor in SEO.
Yes.
Can you shed a little light on those for us?
Sure, backlinks are essentially links from other websites to your website, and they're kind of like votes of confidence. They signal to search engines that your website is trustworthy and authoritative.
I see.
So the more quality backlinks that you have from reputable websites, the higher your site is likely to rank in those search results.
That makes a lot of sense. But how do we actually get other websites to link to us?
Yeah.
Is it just a matter of, reaching out and asking nicely?
It can be a bit more strategic than that.
Okay.
The key is to create content that's so valuable and informative that other websites just naturally want to link to it as a resource for their own audience.
That makes sense.
So, think about well-researched articles, engaging infographics, even original research or data that other people in your field would find valuable, things they would want to share with their audience.
So they're sharing your content with their audience.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. I'm starting to see how all of these pieces fit together. You create amazing content that attracts that organic traffic. It earns those backlinks. And then those backlinks help to boost your search engine rankings, which then brings in even more organic traffic.
It's like this beautiful cycle.
It is. It's a beautiful cycle. And the best part about it is that, once you start ranking well for those relevant keywords,
Yeah,
that traffic keeps coming, even when you're not running paid ads.
exactly. It's much more sustainable in the long run.
And cost effective.
For sure.
So let's talk a little bit more about content marketing. We touched on it earlier, but I want to understand how it specifically applies to healthcare providers. What makes it unique in this space?
Content marketing in healthcare is all about establishing trust and building relationships with potential patients by providing them with genuinely valuable information. It's about becoming that go-to resource, not just another doctor's office that's vying for their attention.
So instead of just saying, hey, come to our clinic,
Right.
it's more like, here's a helpful guide to managing your diabetes, or, 5 things to consider when choosing a pediatrician.
Exactly. It's about offering value up front.
Got it. And when you provide that helpful content, you're subtly positioning yourself as the expert in your field. Someone who genuinely cares about educating their patients and helping them make informed decisions about their health.
Exactly.
I love that this press release from Dr. Marketing, MDM, gives some great examples of content formats.
Yeah.
Blog posts, videos, even infographics. What kind of content do you think works best for healthcare providers? Is there like a magic formula?
There's no one-size-fits-all approach, unfortunately. The best type of content really depends on your specific audience and the message you're trying to convey.
Okay.
Blog posts are fantastic for those deeper dives into specific conditions or treatments. Videos can be great for showcasing your practice's personality and really building a more personal connection with potential patients.
Okay.
Infographics are perfect for taking that complex medical information and making it visually appealing and easy to understand.
So many options.
I know, right?
But let's be realistic.
Sure.
Creating all this content takes time and effort. How do healthcare providers who are already juggling a million things find the time to implement an effective content marketing strategy?
That's a valid concern. I think that's where collaborating with marketing experts who really understand the healthcare space can be so valuable. They can help create a strategy that's both effective and manageable.
So that's where a company like Shield Media comes in, right?
Exactly.
We can help healthcare providers develop a winning content marketing strategy.
Yes, we can help with everything.
From brainstorming those initial ideas to crafting compelling copy to promoting that content on the right channels.
Absolutely. We have a fantastic team of writers, designers, and strategists who are super passionate about helping healthcare providers connect with potential patients in a really meaningful way.
And this conversation has just been so eye-opening.
It has.
It's clear that digital marketing is no longer optional for healthcare providers.
It's essential.
It's essential for success in today's world.
It really is.
And it's only going to become more crucial.
I think.
As more people rely on the internet for health information and to find healthcare providers, but with all of these different options, PPC, SEO, content marketing, it can feel incredibly overwhelming.
Definitely.
What advice would you give to healthcare providers who are feeling a bit lost and don't know where to start?
The key is to develop a well-rounded digital marketing strategy
Okay.
that incorporates both paid advertising and organic approaches.
So it's not about choosing one over the other.
No, it's about finding that sweet spot
I love that.
where they complement each other.
Finding that sweet spot.
Yes.
It's about creating that symphony of digital marketing efforts
Exactly.
that work harmoniously together to achieve your goals.
Yes, you might kick things off with a strong PPC campaign to generate those immediate leads, but at the same time, you're building up your SEO and your content marketing efforts for long-term sustainable growth.
So playing both the short game and the long game. I love that approach, getting that instant visibility with paid ads while you're laying the foundation for organic success down the road. This has been incredibly insightful.
It has been a good conversation.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of healthcare marketing in this digital age.
We have.
It's a deep topic.
It is, and this landscape is constantly evolving.
It is. So it's crucial for healthcare providers to stay up to date on the latest trends and strategies to stay ahead of the curve.
Oh, definitely staying curious, adaptable, and open to experimenting is key
It is.
in this ever-changing world.
And you don't have to go it alone.
No, you don't.
Companies like Shield Media are here to help you navigate all the complexities of digital marketing and really help you achieve those goals, especially if you're out west.
Especially out west.
We'd love to help you.
Give us a shout.
So now, before we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question to ponder.
In this increasingly digital world, how can healthcare providers strike that perfect balance between paid advertising and organic strategies to effectively reach their target audience?
That's a question that every healthcare provider should be asking themselves
For sure.
as they craft their digital marketing strategy.
And there's no single right answer. It's going to vary depending on your specific practice, your goals, and your target audience.
Absolutely. The key is to experiment, analyze those results,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to adjust your approach along the way.
The key is to stay curious and never stop learning.
We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up and offer some key takeaways from this deep dive into healthcare marketing in the digital age. So stay with us.
So we were talking about these cost-effective alternatives to PPC.
Right, like getting those people to your website naturally through search engines without having to pay for every single click.
Right.
But how do we make that happen? The press release mentioned something called Google SEO traffic.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, it all comes down to understanding what Google looks for. You know, when they're deciding which websites to rank higher than others,
Got it.
they want to provide their users with the best and most relevant search results.
Makes sense.
So if you want to climb those search engine rankings,
Yeah.
you need to create content that Google absolutely loves.
I'm listening. Give me the inside scoop here.
It's all about high-quality original content
Okay.
that's actually answering people's questions.
So it's got to be useful.
Yes, providing genuine value, for a healthcare provider. That could be in-depth articles about the specific conditions you treat,
Okay.
blog posts addressing common patient concerns, even patient testimonials that build trust and credibility.
So it's not just about cramming keywords onto a page anymore.
No, not at all.
Google's gotten smarter than that.
Much smarter.
Okay.
Their algorithms can tell when content is genuinely helpful and engaging
Right.
versus when someone's just trying to game the system.
Right. People want to read stuff that's interesting,
Exactly.
not just a random jumble of keywords.
Yeah, right. And Google knows that
Right, Google.
there's going to reward the websites that provide a great user experience.
The press release also mentioned backlinks
Yes.
as being a factor in SEO. Can you explain what those are and why they matter?
Sure. Backlinks are essentially links from other websites to your website.
Got it.
And they're kind of like votes of confidence.
Okay.
When a really reputable site links to your content,
Yeah.
it's like they're vouching for you, telling Google, hey, this website has good stuff. You should check it out.
So the more quality backlinks you have,
Yes.
the higher your website's probably going to rank.
The higher you're likely to rank. That's exactly right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do we get these coveted backlinks? Is it just a matter of asking nicely?
It's a little more strategic than that.
Yep.
The key is to create content so good
Yeah.
that other websites naturally want to link to it.
So it's got to be good stuff.
It does.
Okay.
They want to provide their audience with valuable resources too.
Right.
So if you have a fantastically well-researched article or an engaging infographic, maybe even some original research data that other people in your field would find really valuable, they're much more likely to link to you.
So they're sharing your content with their audience.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome. I'm starting to see how all this works. Now you create amazing content that gets organic traffic. Then you earn backlinks, and then those backlinks boost your search engine ranking, which brings in even more organic traffic.
It's this beautiful cycle.
It is a beautiful cycle, and the best part about it is once you start ranking well for those keywords, that traffic keeps coming.
Keeps coming.
Even when you're not running those paid ads.
It's a long-term investment.
It's much more sustainable.
For sure.
Let's circle back to content marketing for a minute.
Okay.
We touched on it earlier, but I'm curious how it applies specifically to healthcare providers.
Yeah.
What makes it unique in this industry?
Content marketing in healthcare is all about establishing trust and building relationships with potential patients by giving them really valuable information.
Makes sense.
It's about being that go-to resource.
Being helpful.
Right, not just another doctor's office
Okay.
trying to get their attention.
So instead of just saying, come to our clinic,
Right.
it's more like, here's a helpful guide to managing your diabetes, or 5 things to consider when choosing a pediatrician.
Exactly.
Offer value first.
That's right.
And when you provide that helpful content,
Yeah.
you're kind of subtly positioning yourself as the expert.
As the expert in your field.
Right, someone who cares about educating their patients.
Absolutely.
Helping them make good decisions about their health.
For sure.
This press release from Dr. Marketing, MD,
Yeah.
gives some great examples of content formats.
Like what?
Blog posts, videos, infographics.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of content do you think works best for healthcare providers? Is there a magic formula?
There's no one-size-fits-all, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The best type of content depends on your audience. And the message you're trying to get across,
Get it.
blog posts are fantastic for those deeper dives, into specific conditions or treatments. Videos can be great for showcasing your practice's personality, building that more personal connection.
Got it.
And infographics are perfect for taking that complex medical information,
Yeah.
making it visually appealing and easy to understand.
So many possibilities.
So many.
But creating this content takes time and effort.
It does.
How do healthcare providers who are already so busy
Right.
find the time to implement an effective content marketing strategy?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
That's where collaborating with marketing experts can be a game changer.
Okay.
People who really understand the healthcare space
Right.
can help create a strategy that's both effective and manageable.
And that's where a company like Shield Media comes in.
Exactly.
Right? We can help these healthcare providers develop a winning content marketing strategy,
We can.
from brainstorming those initial ideas
Yep.
to crafting compelling copy to promoting it on the right channels.
We have a great team
We do.
of writers and designers and strategists.
Passionate about healthcare.
Yes, who are passionate about helping healthcare providers connect with potential patients in a meaningful way.
This conversation has been so eye-opening.
It's been great.
Digital marketing is no longer optional.
Right.
For healthcare providers, it's essential.
It's essential for success in today's world.
And it's only going to become more crucial.
More and more people rely on the internet
Exactly.
for their health information and to find healthcare providers.
But with all these different options, PPC, SEO, content marketing,
It can be overwhelming.
what advice would you give to healthcare providers who are feeling lost?
I would say the key is to develop a well-rounded digital marketing strategy
Okay.
that incorporates both paid advertising and organic approaches.
So it's not about picking one or the other.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Finding the sweet spot.
where they work together.
I love
You might kick things off with a strong PPC campaign
Okay.
to generate those immediate leads, but at the same time, you're building up your SEO and your content marketing for that long-term sustainable growth.
Love it playing the short game and the long game.
Exactly.
Getting that instant visibility with the paid ads while you lay the foundation for organic success down the road.
That's the strategy.
This has been really insightful.
It has.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of healthcare marketing in the digital age.
It's a deep topic.
It is a deep topic.
And it's constantly evolving.
It is.
It's crucial for healthcare providers to stay up to date on the latest trends.
Stay ahead of the curve.
Stay ahead of the curve, exactly. Staying curious, adaptable, open to experimenting is key in this ever-changing digital world.
And they don't have to go it alone.
They don't?
Companies like Shield Media are here to help navigate those complexities of digital marketing and help you achieve those goals, especially if you're out west.
Especially if you're out west.
Give us a shout.
We love helping healthcare providers thrive in this digital space.
And before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
we want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
In this increasingly digital world, how can healthcare providers strike that perfect balance between paid advertising and organic strategies?
To reach their target audience effectively.
It's a question that every healthcare provider should be asking themselves
I agree.
as they craft their digital marketing strategy.
And there's no single right answer.
Right.
It depends on your specific practice, your goals, and your target audience.
Experiment, analyze your results.
Yes.
And don't be afraid to adjust your approach along the way.
The key is to stay curious and never stop learning.
We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up
Sounds good.
and offer some key takeaways from this deep dive
Okay.
into healthcare marketing in the digital age.
Okay.
Stay with us. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring this world of healthcare marketing in the digital age, and I don't know about you,
It's been fascinating.
but my head is spinning with all these incredible insights.
I know, right?
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
let's distill some key takeaways,
Okay.
especially for those healthcare business owners and C-level executives out there.
Right. The people who want to take their digital marketing to that next level.
Exactly.
If there's one thing to remember from this entire conversation,
Yeah.
it's that a strong online presence is no longer optional.
Right.
For healthcare providers.
It's essential
It's absolutely essential.
for success in today's world.
If your practice isn't showing up in those search results,
Right.
or you don't have a website that's both user-friendly and search engine optimized, you are missing out on a huge opportunity
You are.
to connect with potential patients who are actively looking for your services.
And it's not just about having a website.
Right.
It's about having a website that engages those visitors.
Exactly.
That's easy to navigate.
Think about the user experience. Is your site mobile friendly? Can people quickly and easily find the information they're looking for?
Right.
These factors all play a role in how search engines perceive your website and ultimately how they determine its ranking.
They do.
Make sure your website's top-notch.
Another key takeaway that really resonated with me is that importance of providing genuine value
Oh, for sure.
to your audience, whether it's through paid advertising or organic content or even social media engagement,
Absolutely. People are bombarded with marketing messages all day long,
all the time.
especially in that digital realm.
Yeah,
So to stand out from the crowd,
yeah,
you need to offer something truly valuable, something that educates and informs or even entertains your target audience.
right. It's about building relationships, not just
Yeah.
blasting out those promotional messages.
Exact.
And speaking of relationships,
Yeah.
this press release from Dr. Marketing MD also highlighted the importance of collaboration.
Right. Healthcare providers don't have to navigate this digital world alone.
They don't. And that's where marketing experts like us at Shield Media
Yes.
come in.
We can help.
We specialize in helping healthcare providers
We do.
make sense of all these complexities of digital marketing and develop a tailored strategy.
That aligns with your unique goals and budget.
Exactly. So you can focus on what you do best.
Right. Providing excellent patient care.
That's what you went to school for.
Exactly.
That's where our expertise in local SEO, PPC, and social media marketing comes in.
We can handle
We'll
everything
do it all.
from crafting that compelling ad copy that
Yes.
actually converts,
Getting those patients in the door.
right, to optimizing your website for search engine visibility, to creating engaging content
Ad tracks.
that resonates with your target audience. We're your one-stop shop for all things digital marketing.
So if you're a healthcare provider
Yeah,
and you're feeling overwhelmed by this digital world,
which is understandable.
don't hesitate to reach out to Shield Media.
We'd love to help.
We are here to help you every step of the way.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive
Yeah.
and found this information valuable, please follow our podcast.
Yep.
And connect with us on our business page for even more insights and tips.
We are constantly sharing our knowledge,
Constantly.
exploring those new trends in digital marketing,
Always learning.
always learning. So be sure to share this episode with anyone in the healthcare industry who could benefit from this knowledge, because we believe in empowering healthcare providers
We do.
with the tools and strategies they need.
To thrive in this digital age.
And as we wrap up this episode, we want to leave you with one final thought to ponder.
In a world that's increasingly dominated by these digital interactions,
How can healthcare providers strike that perfect balance
between paid advertising and organic strategies,
to reach their target audience effectively
that's the question that every healthcare provider should be asking themselves.
as they develop that digital marketing strategy?
And remember, the answer is going to vary
It is.
depending on your specific circumstances, your target audience, and your goals.
The key is to experiment, analyze those results,
Yeah.
and constantly adapt your approach based on what you learn.
That's how we grow.
This digital marketing
You
world
never stop.
is constantly evolving.
Right.
So staying curious, adaptable, and willing to embrace new ideas is essential for success.
Absolutely.
Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this deep dive
Yes, thank you.
into healthcare marketing in the digital age.
We hope you found it valuable.
We hope you learned a lot. Remember, Shield Media is here to support you on your digital marketing journey
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.
of what's possible in this digital world.